Welcome to Broker View. I'm Eugenia Evans and I'm the broker of record of Evans Real Estate. And we're going to talk today about gifting in real estate. And I have with me here Rosanna Younan from Premier Mortgages. And
Hi.
Rosanna. And Rosanna is an independent mortgage broker. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. Let's talk a little bit about gifting, because I do find that more and more of my clients are receiving some type of assistance from a family member. So I wanted to really touch upon the do's and don'ts, because I know there's a few things that buyers should be aware of.
For sure. And it is a really important source of down payment for a lot of buyers, especially these days in the GTA market where the prices are high. So in terms of down payments, there is the gifting or the gifted funds. And then of course there's like savings that someone might have accumulated through work, or if they have an inheritance. And so there's different ways that you can come up with your down payment, but we'll focus on the gift funds. In most cases, the lenders require that the funds that are being gifted to the borrower, that the gift funds are coming from an immediate family member. So that would be a grandparent, a parent, siblings,
Aunt, uncle?
Aunt or uncle. Again, this is all very lender dependent, but I think if we can show that there's a very close family tie between the aunt or uncle and the person receiving the gift, that the lenders will agree to it. Certainly there are lenders that you can find. So if you can't find one that would agree to it, then you shift.
That's the advantage of working with an independent mortgage broker.
True, because we have many lenders
choices
available. Exactly. And in terms of the gift itself, it needs to be, there's a gift letter that the lender will have, and each lender has their own gift letter, but it requires both the person giving the gift and the person receiving the gift to sign. And they identify, it identifies the property that's being purchased, etc., and the gift amount. And
so that would be done then once they've actually selected a home?
Yes, yes. Because it's very specific to that property. And in this gift letter does require, includes a line that it is a gift and there is no repayment required. And the important reason for that line for the lender is that if there is a repayment requirement, then they would have to take that repayment amount in account when they're calculating the debt servicing ratios. And in most cases afterwards, then the person wouldn't qualify.
Right, well, and hence the gifting.
Yes, yes, so the funds are gifted. Depending on the amount of the gift, the lender might ask that the person gifting the funds provides bank statements showing that they've had the money either in investments or in their bank account for the last 90 days.
So it'd be good to advise the parent, because
yes, that they may
need
need
sensitive about that type of information. So if you warn them or if you advise them in advance, it will lessen the impact of that.
Yes, exactly.
So,
some lenders their gift letter might have, the option to either provide bank statements or go to your bank and have your bank stamp and sign it.
I see. Oh, okay.
Right.
That's a good option. That's good to know.
So in the event, sometimes, someone's parent or family member might live abroad. So in the event, if they live abroad and the money is coming from a foreign bank, then the money needs to be in a Canadian bank account at the very least 30 days prior to the closing date. Some may require the funds to be on deposit in Canada for longer, but the minimum
You've also
is
got to
30
take
days.
into consideration how long it takes these days to get money. I know this, but for deposits to get money from one country to another, there can oftentimes be even a couple of weeks or more of lag time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And keep all the documentation, so the wire documents, etc. It's really just good to have a folder on your computer with all these documents there.
Right. Yeah, and this is really a lot to do with money laundering, which is quite rampant these days. And so it's important that these things be tracked, and if there's an audit of some sort, we need to be able to show that.
Because the lenders are audited by the government, and they need to.
We're audited as well as a real estate.
True.
So we have to show certain things. So it's important. Yes.
I would suggest that it's really good when you're thinking of buying a property to, share that information with your family. And in many cases, parents might decide that they're in a position, or grandparents, that they're in a position to gift some money towards a down payment.
Again, as a parent, and I know you're a parent as well, it's important to have that conversation, because you also don't want to be making assumptions.
Right.
You don't want to assume that they're going to want to or able to help you.
That's
don't
right,
know.
because sometimes you might think that they're in a position, but maybe they're not.
They're not, or may not be quite as receptive to the idea. So absolutely, I agree that conversation is critical.
And let your mortgage agent or let your bank rep that you're speaking with know that part of the funds are coming from a gift.
And this is one of the things that I always reiterate over and over, is that, when you decide to buy a home, put together a good team, real estate agent, lawyer, mortgage broker, and then work closely with that team. Share that information, because you don't know if it's relevant or not, but your team members will, and that's absolutely critical in a successful purchase, I find. Well, this has been really very, very helpful. Thank you so much, Rosanna. I really appreciate you being here.
Thanks.
And we're going to put in Rosanna's information at the end, so that if you have any other questions or something specific to your own circumstances, I'm sure you'll be happy to answer them.
For sure.
Thank you. Bye-bye.